So we don't have microphones on.
Okay.
But we should be loud enough because this room is
we
good.
can project.
We can project. Also, I really like this background.
I know.
It's very nice and pretty.
It is. I guess if you need to move the camera, well, no, because I need to see this.
You'll be able to hold them
Yes.
up. There's nothing heavy.
Okay.
I promise, nothing heavy.
All right.
Giving ourselves a chance. Let's hope.
Yes.
There we go. I was worried we might have had the root house issue. Like, so watching that video
There's always something.
earlier.
Always something. Wait for everybody to jump on.
Hi, Lynn.
Join us today.
Join us.
It's been a minute since we've been online live.
For History Loves Company.
Yeah, for
yes.
History Loves Company. It really has.
We did do a live a few weeks ago.
That's true, but for this,
For this, yeah.
since June, right?
Yes, actually, you
Yes.
are correct.
I know.
Very
I know,
nice.
It's been a while. We miss all of our live partners in crime.
Yeah, so if you're on here, give us a shout out. Say hi. Hi, Phil. Yes, there are gloves today. Amy has the blue ones. I have, oh, I thought I had gray ones. I guess I don't. That was for something else. So yeah, we have gloves today. We are doing a What's in the Box. Hi, Terry. We're doing a What's in the Box video. One, because it's freaking hot outside.
It is hot.
It's very humid.
Hot. We weren't able to leave the building today like we normally can.
John, aren't you like in Montana or something?
They're on the road. They're on the road.
Oh, they're on the road.
Yes,
All the way back.
probably in Ohio or somewhere. I don't know. So we are back and
better than ever.
But before we start, officially start, one of the reasons that we are in here as well is because we couldn't leave the building because we are in need of extra volunteers. And I just wanted to put that out there right at the beginning. If you are interested in spending one day a week with people like
Not
us,
even a full day.
not even a full day, just a couple hours, one shift, 10 to 1 or 1 to 4 shift, one day a week, we would love to see you in person. We've seen a lot of you guys over the internets, the interwebs, all that. All the things, and we know you support us, which is so wonderful. But one of the best ways you can show your support for us is by volunteering, in which we can't do our jobs without volunteers. And so, yeah, I want to put that out there.
So, two things. First, please introduce yourself.
Well, welcome to this edition of History Loves Company. My name is Amy Reed, and I am the museum director.
I love hearing you say that. It makes me so happy.
First time announcing that on this show.
That is true. And actually, it's funny, our pre-recorded one, we didn't mention our job titles. So
okay.
There is one more that will have it, this
Yeah.
curator. And I'm Christa McKay, the collections manager. Stars are enabled for this video, so if you feel like we are worthy of stars, which we are always worthy of stars, but we're extra worthy, please feel free to support us with stars.
Please.
So today we have a History Loves Company What's in the Box.
We did one of these, we actually did 2 of these last year, though,
About
right?
this time last year.
Yeah, so we haven't done one of these in a year. So do you want to explain what's going to happen here?
Yes, so I have picked out some items for Amy to look at. She has no idea what they are, although you guys might have seen my little hint on social media this morning.
I see a hint.
You see another hint. But I also did like a teaser, like.
Oh, I didn't see the teaser.
I could have sworn you liked it, but anyway. So yes, we do. I have a box, an archival box. Amy has gloves. There are items that she's going to wear gloves for, but then we have some extras that she does not have to wear gloves for.
Okay.
So it's okay. If you watch,
and you'll explain why I don't have to wear gloves for those, right?
Those are extras. So we have one or two.
Because I'm extra.
You're a lot of extra. If we have multiples of items in the collection, we will put some in our research files instead. So these are items in our research files. They are originals, but they are not maintained in our permanent collection because, again, we have duplicates. So, yes, so we have our box. I noticed people watch.
I got my glasses.
That's what I thought. Wear your glasses. So yes, we have a box that I have put together for Amy. She has absolutely, well now she has an idea, but she had absolutely no idea what's in this
No,
box.
not so 5 seconds ago.
About 5 seconds ago. So they are all archival items today, I will say that. And if you're wondering what the difference between archives and library and objects, for us, they're all artifacts, but objects are three-dimensional and include textiles. Archives and library are libraries, books, and published documents, and published works. And then archives are the unpublished items. So today we actually have more of a published works.
Okay.
And it is for a business that is not in Marietta. It's actually in Austell.
Austell. So it's Cobb County.
It is Cobb
Still
County.
meets our mission, our collections
Absolutely.
mission. Okay.
So if you want to open the box, and we will flip the camera so you guys can see it properly, because it'll be backwards.
Archival box.
Yes.
Nice.
Metal edge.
Metal
I don't
edge.
use metal edge all the time, but this
Yes.
one was sufficient.
Yes. All right. Ooh. I see something I want to get to underneath
That
these
one?
things. Yes.
Well, that's the one I teased, so if you want to use
Oh,
that
okay,
one, you
good.
can.
I don't think I saw this.
Wow, she didn't check our own social media today.
All right. So the first thing we have in here is. Should we take it
We're
around
gonna-
here?
Yeah, go ahead and go
Okay.
around. I'll flip the camera.
Since everybody, some people may not have seen it.
Ooh, whoa, that's very dark. All right, come closer, please.
Okay.
And hold it up higher. Over. This way. There you go. So if you guys can read that, it says Perkerson cornmeal. Let's hold it up a little bit higher, please. Featured on WAGA TV, Channel 5. It's got a little it has got a little Scotty dog on it. I love this. So this is it's more of like a placard, right? It's
Yeah.
got that text, that feel. It's a little bit thicker.
It's a placard. So.
So we'll come back this way.
Yeah,
It won't, it'll be
we'll come back
backwards,
here.
but that's all right.
Okay, so obviously we're talking today about the Perkerson mill, which made cornmeal, cornbread,
Corn pone, yeah.
cone, mix, all that kind of stuff. So, Perkerson's cornmeal, Perkerson's Southern style enriched, white, fresh, and bolted plain cornmeal. No waste, it's sifted. Ground old-fashioned way by J.D. Perkerson's and Sons, Austell, Georgia, 30001, net weight 5 pounds. Oh, and on the back of this, so this is the bag that they would have used to put their meal in, I'm sure.
Yes, I feel like I should call you this nickname.
Perky Polly.
Come closer, please.
Okay. Perky Polly says stone ground cornmeal, with its tasty early American flavor, makes delicious dishes that will add to your eating delight. I have personally tasted the recipes listed. And we have Sundial Special, which is a cornmeal souffle, Hush Puppies, and cornmeal waffles.
Nice.
I've never tried cornmeal waffles.
They sound delicious.
Sure. So I'm sure that some of our visitors, or viewers I should say, have actually used Perkerson's meal.
Perkerson's Mill Meals.
Meal from the mill.
Meal from the mill.
Let's do that.
That's a good one.
This one is stone ground, self-rising cornmeal. Let's see what else we got here. 5 pounds Perkerson's whole wheat. Whole wheat flour. So the mill was located, I forget which road it's on. Austell?
Well, okay,
Yeah.
so let's do a little history here.
Okay.
So since Amy had no idea what was in the box, I'm going to be filling her in on information. So we were lucky enough a couple of years ago to have a class from Georgia State University redo our business exhibit.
Yes.
And so included in that is Perkerson Mill.
We did our business exhibit?
Yes, the blue panels.
Oh. Yeah, I
You've
guess
been
so.
director for 3 weeks and you've already forgotten the exhibits you've
I
worked
know.
on. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go back. So included in that exhibit, which you can come by and see because it is on display, includes some items from Perkerson Mill. And the students, when they were doing their research, they were confused, and I am still confused on when Perkerson Mill was actually founded.
Okay.
Because if you look in the newspapers from the 1930s, it says Perkerson Mill was celebrating 100 years. So that would then say to you it was established 1830s.
Sure, okay.
But then if you look about a decade or two later, it says they're about to celebrate their 100th birthday because they were founded in 1851. So we don't actually have a definitive date on when the mill was founded. So I'm wondering if maybe Jack Perkerson, the original founder, maybe was doing the mill work as a man, just one person, and then in 1851 it actually became a business.
A business, right. He was just running the mill.
Running the
miller.
The miller.
He was the miller.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
But the mill building that was there, I believe there were some ruins at some point, no?
So, the mill was located on Sweetwater Creek in South Cobb.
But it's not the Sweetwater Mill ruins.
No.
Just to be clear. That's not,
If
that's a
you're,
different one.
if you ever see a map of Sweetwater Creek, it runs through Douglas County, it runs through South Cobb, it's a meandering waterway. And so originally, what?
It's a good word.
What, meandering or walk? That is a good word. I thought you were going to say waterway. I'm like, that's boring, whatever. But meandering is. So originally, it was where it was located was on the waterway, Sweetwater Creek. But then in 1921, they actually moved their facility to downtown Austell. So it wasn't always on the water.
Okay.
So that is very important to note.
So we need to find out if the building is still there.
So I did attempt to do that.
Yes.
And I have not been super successful. So if anybody knows if the actual factory building is still around.
Oh, you have pictures. We have quite, as I can
I
tell
was
right
gonna
here,
be
we have quite an
prepared.
archives of their paper.
Yes, but some of the images, show this one first. Doesn't matter if it's backwards, but that's what the mill on the water, the creek would have looked like. I don't actually have the mill on the waterway. It might actually be here. This is their letterhead. I love the little bags on there, super cute. This is, now, here's the other part. So when you read that bag, it said J.D. Perkerson and Son.
Right.
But it was actually founded by J.S. Perkerson,
Okay.
who is, we'll just call him Jack, makes life easier. And then his son is J.D. And I thought I had J.D.'s picture in here, but it might be in that pile. I have many piles.
Yes. Well, these are all, we've got a whole stack of folders, archival folders, and that Christa has organized the documents in.
Oh, let's save those for last.
Oh, okay.
Those are my favorites.
Oh, all right.
We'll get my favorite ones.
So this is just a good example of how we save history, though. You know, business history. We do family history, we do event history, we do all kinds of history, but even the archives of local businesses that are long gone, not here any longer. We document this history so that if someone is doing research on mills in general or the specific mill, they will have lots to go on.
So before we should have Amy show you all these. Let me finish the rundown. 1835, 1851 are the two dates that are deemed the founding dates. The family then continues to run the business up until 1962 when Ernest and Claude, and I feel Claude is a name that needs to be brought back because I love that name.
Yes.
Ernest and Claude Perkerson sell the mill to a man named Joe Kelly, which is a name that many people around here might be familiar with. Joe Kelly was involved in Kelly Automotive and a few other businesses around here. So he ends up running Perkerson Mill until 1977 when he sells it to the Martha White Company, which you can still find their flour and stuff around.
Interesting. So then they shut it down instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the family home, the Perkerson family home, ends up being torn down in 2003, and they put a subdivision in.
Of course.
That's how it rolls. But the factory itself, I don't know if it ended up if there's still pieces, if anybody knows, we have not ventured to Austell yet. Not yet. But we will go to the cemeteries where the Perkerson families are buried. So we're not going to delve into them a whole lot right at this moment, because when we go to the cemetery and the plots, we'll do that.
Austell does have a history museum in the Coates and Clark factory mill building.
Yes.
It's a mill factory.
It's a thread mill complex.
Okay, thread mill complex, but it's a huge building that they've turned into offices and whatnot. And then in the bottom of it, there is one area that's a history museum. They do have, and I don't know what their hours are or if it's. I don't think it's staffed regularly, but I think you can kind of just go in.
Yeah, I think that might be it. Yes.
But anyways, so there may be more there. We just need to reach out to them. So we've got a lot of great archives here. These are just more kind of material, marketing material.
We can move this box over on this side.
Yeah, let's do that. This is
Switch rows.
Buy, try. Put it up in there, like that.
There you go.
Okay. And then we've got Perkinson's famous cornmeal, 112 years.
So that one is that a bumper sticker?
It is a bumper sticker. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it.
Looks like it. It feels like it too.
This is a tinier version of that other one. I don't know what this would be, a stamp maybe?
Maybe, or it might have been cut off of the, like a letterhead.
Yeah. Okay.
So, while she's pulling another one, I wanted to read to you about Perkerson's graham flour. It's the perfect health food, being highly nutritious and wholesome. It is rich in phosphorus and great food for the nervous system.
Hey.
Building up rundown energy and developing bones and teeth in growing children. Also, please note that the generous iron, starch, phosphorus, and mineral salt content make it a balanced food that is rich in vitamins and is great it is a great bodybuilder for children and rundown people.
Children and rundown people. That sounds like children and parents to me.
It does. There you go.
So here's a business card for Joe Kelly.
So that would
President.
be dated sometime between 1962 and 1977. Okay. So we have a time frame for that one for sure.
And this is interesting. It's kind of like a tag that you would hang with some twine, and it says from J.D. Perkinson's and Sons, Southern style cornmeal, graham and whole wheat flours, Perk wheat, breakfast cereal, feeds of all kinds, and from Austell. But what's interesting is this Georgia inspection tax, 75 pounds feed stuff. So that's a cool stamp.
Oh, your hand is giving a shadow there.
Sorry. How about that?
Just there you go. Yeah. Well, if you hold it up a little bit closer. There you go. That's better. So that Perk wheat is the cereal. It sounds almost like the way they described it, almost like grape nuts. Like it was that kind of.
Grape nuts.
Kind of a description that I was getting for it.
Bag that we have, and we had a ton of these. So we
If you ever come to our yard sale, I had a box of them that said free.
Yeah, because we had so many of them. Perkerson cornmeal patch. Here's another patch. This is just a bunch of documents. Oh, a hush puppy mix.
Yeah.
There we go, hush puppy mix.
So we actually have upstairs boxes. I'm trying to get the lighting a little bit better. Sorry, guys.
Ooh. Look who's selling Perkinson's cornmeal for you. WSB Radio 750, WSB TV Channel 2, Cox Broadcasting Corporation, Ruth Kent, Woman's Director.
Does anybody remember her? Because this was a little bit before our time. So
she's promoting it Wednesday and Thursday spots in her Today in Georgia show on WSB TV.
And also, if anybody ever bought Perkerson's, let us know. Because we actually had, we still have a box of a hush puppy mix and pancake mix. It's still in there. I'm never going to take it out.
No. Whole wheat self-rising flour. We've got just a bunch of marketing and packaging materials here. Let's see what else we got. Oh, here's the boxes. They're flat, but they're boxes. Mm-hmm. Pancake mix. Oh, we got Perky Polly again. She says the wonderful flavor and texture of old-fashioned southern pancakes is captured in this mix of wheat and corn, ground on millstones that have been in use for over 100 years. I wonder where those millstones are now.
I know, I thought about that too.
Enjoy luscious pancakes often, made especially to please discriminating appetites.
That's us, right? Discriminating appetites.
Very discriminating.
I know you are.
Some letterhead. Oh, with the back is nice.
I know, isn't that cute?
Yeah. And you've already shown them that letterhead. And
These are my favorites. I am a huge fan of advertising.
yes.
And these look like advertisements that possibly didn't run.
Okay, so these are pencil sketches.
Yeah, they
These
are.
are original. So for any graphic designers out there that are in marketing, I'm going to show each one of these because each one's different. These are the original art. This is the original art used for marketing pieces because it's pencil. It says Perkinson's has been people tested for over 100 years, and this is for the prepared cornmeal. Better because it's fresher. Can you guys see that? I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see the pencil.
It's all, go over this way a little bit. There we go. There you go. That's it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is beautiful artwork.
really is.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
Here's Perkinson's was the favorite when, I guess when they used this little mill. My mom used to have one of these in the house, antique. Coffee. I thought it was a coffee grounder, but I guess it's some sort of sorry. There we go. Some sort of a mill.
Well, there's varying types,
Yeah.
so.
Cleanliness is next to goodliness.
I know, I thought that too. I thought it's a good
Yeah.
godliness too.
That's a cute one.
It is.
See that?
Yes. They're very, very, and you guys honestly are the first ones to ever see these. We've never had them out on display. Amy,
Nope.
I don't think you've seen them.
I've never seen these. No.
Yeah.
Freshness has remained the same for over 100 years. And again, I wish I knew who the artist was.
I know,
on
they're
these,
beautiful.
You know?
Absolutely
So
beautiful.
cool. So cool.
So these are, we actually have the original of these images, but I brought out just the reproduction ones. So you can
Your
see.
images you can turn around. Right?
Sure, I can. Sure.
Yeah,
Whatever you told me to do.
There.
All right, so this picture, there's actually 3 people.
There's a ghost.
Do you see the third person?
I see a hat. Wait.
1,
Yes. He's
2,
hiding.
3.
Yes.
So they're working. I do have the names, but it's not attached to this one. But I would love to know how easy was it to get this fine meal off of your body after working a shift like this every day.
Probably did cover them. That's a good point.
This is the Dale sisters with the bags.
Were they famous? Like singers?
Sure.
Sure.
Here's more of the factory.
Wow, that's a serious production right there.
Mm-hmm. This is so this here, Joe Kelly, Claude Perkerson, Ernest Perkerson, inside the factory, so probably about 1960, 61, 62-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's more of a close-up, and you can see him with the bag. We do actually have these pictures. And then that one, we've posted this picture before.
Okay, have we?
Yes, but it's been a while.
For those of you who are in the Facebook pages, Cobb County Grown, and there's a couple other, those memory pages.
Yeah.
Catfish King has come up a couple times, and I know you can't read that. That says Catfish King there. Lunch, 25 cents, and there's Perkins and Sons making their delivery to the Catfish King restaurant, which I believe was on 41, the 4-lane. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but I think I remember that it was on the 4-lane. I could be wrong, so correct me.
This one, I'm not going to read the whole article, but you guys can see the article. This is Claude Perkerson. This woman right here has the best name ever.
Oh boy.
Frosty Jones.
Seriously?
Miss Frosty Jones.
That's awesome. It's a great name.
I know, it's a great name.
Love it.
But, so when I'm doing the research for this, I print out as much, and all of these will be found in our vertical file, so if anybody wants to come up, they're more than welcome. Of course, now I find it.
What
Here's Ernest.
Handsome fella.
Show this one last. There's Claude.
Well, they look very almost the same.
They're brothers, that's what happens. This is JD.
Okay, the founder.
Well, so if you look at the back, what does it say?
Jack Perkerson.
And then it says JD Perkerson question mark.
Question mark.
So what I do know is father, Jack, founder, dies in 1862. Born in 1806.
That's a post 62.
This looks post 62, so that's why I think it's...
Well, you know, though, it could have been, because it's a
drawing.
So it could have been a drawing based on a photograph of him earlier, because the style of...
Did you literally just say that?
Daguerreotype, whatever.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry. Ambrotype, daguerreotype, take a pick, whatever.
But not a photograph. Not a photograph.
So it could have been a drawing based on the daguerreotype
Or
of
ambrotype.
him, or ambrotype of him before 62. But his style of the tie, the bow tie there, and the jacket could be better.
It's hard though with men's clothing to try and date, especially mid 1800s, because men's fashions didn't change like women's.
Yeah.
And then lastly, this is the factory when it's in Austell, downtown Austell, not along the river. So that's why
Okay.
you see new water, but you have
So
silos.
that's the building we need to see if it's still around. Maybe we can get over there and get in the building if it is.
And then she'll want to go in the attic, and she'll want to go in a basement, and then I'm going to have to rescue her.
Of course.
It's just...
Oh, P.S. everybody, I found a new crawl space in this building. This building that I didn't know about. So at some point in the future, we will go down together. Don't worry.
It's
at some
not new. It's
Okay.
been there.
point. New to me. I've been in the other crawl space, not that one. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. But we talked about, in April, we did the Concord Woolen Mills.
yes.
So most people, when they think of the mills during the Civil War, they think of the ones that were making canvas. Concord wasn't, or Sweetwater, they were making fabric. This one was making and producing foodstuffs.
Yeah.
Sherman's forces did burn this one too,
Okay.
because it was providing for the Confederate Army. Now, the other thing that I did check, and I have not been able to find,
Okay.
is we do know that some of the fabric mills used enslaved people
Oh yes.
in those mills. I have not been able to find any records of Parkerson's owning enslaved people, so I
okay.
cannot verify that this mill had enslaved people working there,
Interesting.
but I'm not saying that didn't happen.
Right. Right. We just haven't found record of them
Yes,
owning.
I looked at the
People.
slave schedule,
Okay.
but that does not mean that they didn't necessarily
They.
hire.
I was gonna say hired out. Yeah, they could have done that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and when we say hired out, we mean that the enslaver was the one that received the money, not the enslaved person.
Correct.
So that's what I
Yes.
wanted, because usually we discuss that as well, since this is a pre-Civil War mill.
Right.
The grindstones, again, I don't know where they are. They could.
I
be
bet they're in
anywhere.
someone's backyard.
Ooh, that's possible.
Bet.
So we'll just have to
Bet.
go through every backyard in Austell.
Yes. Bet they're out there somewhere.
Bet
We'll
they're-
find them.
But the other reason I wanted to mention that they moved off of the creek to downtown Austell was because of the frequent flooding.
Ooh. Yeah.
And if anybody remembers the flooding in 2009,
Yes. Oh
it's
my
because,
Oh,
especially in Austell, Sweetwater Creek was one of those that
Yes. It really
spilled
flooded.
its banks.
Terribly
And
down
so,
there.
yes, it is
That's right.
it's a bit of a floodplain down there.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So like what
Fun.
you guys can't see, but there's like this mess of stuff
Yes.
all in front. But I mean,
Lots of fun archives relating to this business. I love it. Can I take
and they
my
were,
gloves off?
yes, you can. They're just, these I don't need to wear gloves because they're extra, because they're colorful and they're fun. And
Yes.
these things are the ones we've had free for a while
Yes.
but yeah, I just wanted to share something fun and bright and things Amy had never seen before. That's always
No.
cool. And it's also something we've had in the collection for quite a while. It's not a brand new acquisition. We've had it at least 15 years.
Did we get them from a family member?
I believe it was after Joe Kelly's passing that we ended up with some of these, but I
Okay.
don't have, I think, or just before his passing. They actually arrived before you and I started working here.
Ooh, that's a long time ago.
Yes, it is. So,
So
I'm going to put these in the
that's
file.
it today. That's it for today. So what's next time? Oh, so did we mention that we're not going to be doing it every week?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, as much as we absolutely love doing these History Loves Companies every week, with changes around here, our attention has to be placed elsewhere sometimes. And so we are going to devote our time to doing 2 really great episodes a month instead of 4 winging it episodes.
So the plan is to have one pre-recorded to continue our cemetery tours, and then another one will be live like this one. We actually, this is how great we are. We are planned out for next month, and we will be talking live to you from the Marietta Square about festivals.
Yes, we will. We sure will. Oh, we got.
I'm reading.
Now there's a horse
A
farm.
horse farm. There we go.
A horse farm where the mill was.
Where the mill was, yeah, because I think where the house was is a neighborhood. Because
Okay.
people got all in uproar.
Thanks, Lynn. Let us
So
know.
yeah,
Where's the
we'll
horse
follow
farm?
up on that one.
Yeah.
There is a Perkerson Mill Road though too. There is, but
Hmm.
I don't know if it's actually was on that road. But anyway,
Probably.
cycling back like we always do. There's no guarantee.
Yes.
No
Name it the Mill Road. It's gonna be the Mill Road. Just gonna throw that.
But then when you go farther down, it's called Old Marietta Road.
Yes, she said yes at the mill. Okay. All right. Cool.
Good
cool,
to
very
know.
Cool. Yeah.
So yes, we will have a pre-recorded every month in a cemetery, majority of the time, and then a live one from a locale to be determined.
We have a list, a good list going of places that we've not yet been.
So this then says to me, on the Fridays that we aren't doing a video, they should come up here and visit.
That's right.
I think that's
Yes,
a good plan.
absolutely. And you could even stop at 2 o'clock and watch the pre-recorded from here.
That's what I do. And I was there when it happened.
Yes.
I
So
watch all the time.
you could sit and listen to it with us.
Sure.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, so we've got many exciting things coming up. Again, that's why you're going to see us cutting back a little bit on this. But it does not mean that we're stopping.
No, we're having way too much fun with this. We can't give it up completely. So.
Can't do it. I can't do it. You can't do it.
No.
So we will, well actually, we wish all of you a wonderful weekend. And we will see you in September.
Wow, that sounds like so far away, but
It's not, it's gonna come up real quick. But please come by and visit us.
Yes.
We've got some changes in the museum store which you need to come and see. It's amazing. And yeah, so come by and visit. Have a great weekend. Anything that I forgot?
May the force be with you.
Always.
All right.
Bye guys.
Bye.